we're going to talk about a common misconception when it comes to investing your money. Okay, so many people get this wrong, and I'm flabbergasted by it. And I'm also not flabbergasted by it. But I have seen time and time and time again, especially when I was working at the financial firm helping people do their financial planning and investment management and all that stuff, is that people come in and we're always trying to get a bigger, better balance in our investment portfolio. We always want more. Once and this is kind of the nature of money and how money really works. Like the more money you have, the more money you want. And that's in some ways really unhelpful. It's actually harming our psyche, it's harming our lives, it's harming the society. And I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't have more money. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm trying to say is that we tend to invest for the wrong reason. I can't tell you how many times people have come in and just says, I just need a little bit more. I just need a little bit more. I just need a little bit more. Well, how much? How much do you really need? Do you need $1 million? That's the magical number that everybody's been saying for the last 20 or 30 years in my experience with money and the world. But I think that just having more money, having that $1 million is a false goal. Because what that does is, what Mike talks about all the time is moving that goalpost, where we end up saying, well, $1 million is my goal. And you end up reaching that $1 million at a certain age. And then, well, okay, so, but that's not enough, right? We hear that all the time. Well, $1 million is not enough to retire or live my ideal life. And that may or may not be true. So then we move it back and say, well, I just need 2 million. And then you get to the 2 million, you're like, well, just a little bit more. And then it's like, well, I might as well round that up to 5 million, or like whatever goal you have in your head as the magic number for what you need to live your ideal life. But you didn't actually do the math. And that's what we are trying to do here at the Ideal Life and Money Academy, is we want you to do the actual math to find out what does it take to live your ideal life. We'll get back to the episode in just a second, but we wanted to give you a gift just for being here today. Thank you so much. We've got a 3-part video workshop absolutely free for you. This workshop is designed to help you get organized with your money so that you can give yourself a 10% raise. When you give yourself a 10% raise, you are going to have more money. And when you have more money, we will show you exactly what to do with that money so that you can get on the path to financial freedom and start living your life, your ideal life today. You're going to learn how to get out of debt. You're going to learn how to save money. You're going to learn how to free up money so that you can invest for your future. If you're unfulfilled with life, whether it be at work, in your personal life, or with your money, then this is the workshop for you. Visit sentinelcoaching.com/raise. That's sentinelcoaching.com/raise, or click the link in the description. Now, back to the episode. Do I need $1 million? Do I need $2 million? Do I need $400,000? Do I need $8 million? It's all up to you, depending on what your ideal life looks like. So let's say you can live your ideal life on, some people can live on $50,000. So they don't need $5 million. They don't need $2 million. They don't even need $1 million to live a $50,000 lifestyle a year, depending on what age you are and how it's invested. But let's say you want to live on $150,000. That's 3 times this other person that lives on $50,000. So you need 3 times, in napkin math, you need 3 times more money than they do. Now, again, we're talking about investments and everything changes. So you can't just say, well, if the $50,000 a year person needs $500,000 invested, then you just don't triple that and say, well, I need 1.5. Right? Because if you're going to be pulling that money off for a certain amount of time, then there's all the factors that go into that mathematical equation. But to do simple math here, we just talk about, okay, if I need $150,000, how much does my investments make, right? You might have a lower risk tolerance than I do, and so you're going to be more conservative than I am in my investments, and so you might need a bigger balance in order to live your ideal life to pull that in retirement. Anyway, I don't want to confuse that goal of what you want and what you need and all those things. But you do need to do that math, because what we do is we end up just investing for a dollar amount, saying I need X amount of dollars. But that's like pulling a rabbit out of a hat, instead of, wait a minute, I actually need X amount of dollars so that it can create an income for my ideal life. So we invest for that dollar amount, but we should scrap that and actually think, I need to invest, and think about investing for income. We should be investing our money to create the income to live our ideal lives. It's that simple. And investing that way is simple. We always think about all these big, the billionaires out there, and everybody's trying to invest, and what strategies are they doing, and where are they putting their money, and where are they, selling off here and buying those things, and we think that they have this big elaborate strategy, and some of them do. But it comes down to, what income do you need to live on, and how do you create that income? And it's not just that investment portfolio. A lot of times we think, I need $1 million. And if I make 10% on that or 8% on that, we're going to be making $100,000 or $80,000 or whatever it might be. So that's good enough. But think about what age you are. Are you going to be working? You want to turn your other assets into income, and figure out, how long are you going to be working, and when is that mortgage going to be paid off? And so that reduces your expenses. What does your life look like in retirement? All of these factors have to be included in this equation. But the simple math is truly, what kind of income do I need to live my ideal life? And then from all the different sources of your income, then we start subtracting, right? So if I want to work 10-hour weeks, and that's going to create me $1,000 a month, then out of that, let's just say I want to live on $100,000. Well, that 100,000 minus 12,000, because I'm working part-time to make $1,000 a month, that's 12,000 a year, right? Following me with the math, $100,000 in life minus $12,000 of what I can make as a side hustle, or in this example. And then let's say my partner makes $2,000 on their side hustle or their retirement job or whatever that might be. That's another 24,000 from the year. So you subtract that, and now your investments only have to produce this amount. It doesn't have to produce the whole 100,000. It just produces what you don't bring in from your other side hustles, right? Maybe you have another side business. Maybe you have other investments. Maybe you have a rental property. Maybe you have a business that you're getting other income drawn off of. There's all these different ways that you can create income, especially in today's online world. So whatever you create, you got to subtract from that total dollar amount. Remember also, your expenses will change as you age and as you get into your elder years, right? Healthcare or health costs will go up, but you might not have a mortgage at that point. So that is going to go away. You're not going to be traveling as much when you get to your older years. So that might go down. All the excursions and all the things that you do as hobbies, you're busy, you're doing all those things, those will go down. Your expenses for your transportation will go down, right? All these different things change. So you have to do a little bit of math. Again, this is easy elementary school math. You just do that, and then you can figure out, okay, now I only need X amount of dollars in my investments, because that's what income I need to produce. And you can easily do that with your financial advisor if you have one, or you can run some numbers in some calculators and figure out what kind of investments you need in order to produce that income. Stop investing your money toward a big balance and invest your money toward what kind of income can create that ideal life, right? You'll be so surprised that once that investment creates that income, you'll be surprised how little you actually need to live that ideal life versus what you think you need over here, because somebody told you you need $2 million or $4 million or $8 million or $6 million or $10 million, right? Somebody told you that because of some kind of weird formula, right? But they don't know you as well as you do, right? You know what you want to do. You know what your ideal life looks like. You know how much income you can make, and you know how much income you need after that. Right? Consider all those streams of income: Social Security, insurances, pensions, other income, side businesses, real estate. All of these are sources of income that you need to subtract it overall, and then your investment portfolio probably only needs to be a fraction of what you think it is. So do that math and invest your money for your income, not for a big balance. All right? Good luck on your investing, and I will see you in another video.